Could someone verify they can hear the audio, please? They can hear the audio, please. Abby, are you out there? Abby? Abby, are you out there? Abby, test 1 2. Chase, can you hear me? Gus, can you hear me? Test 1 2.
was a salad saint. Johnny brought it. Even our free skiers were listening to Freebird. So Olympics it is. So let's float for gold. Let's turn on channel 45. Light the torch for some hockey era Olympics. And see who made the float deal. Because this is Minnesota. Everyone has good hair. We teach them young. And this year's tournament had it all. Okay, let's get into the salad shenanigans, shall we? We had LeBrons. We had a St. Cloud Shadur. We had leg lifters, weed whippers, gum chewers, elbow blowers, and the rarely if ever seen double underbites, benders, and air benders. Delano brought the Tiger Seniors, and let me be first to say they were looking great. Cato West took us to Comic-Con. We had the Bat Signal, the Human Torch, Spider-Man. We name it. It's clear the Cato Boys' pregame meal is Fruity Pebbles. Man, they brought it in. This float was so vintage. I thought about putting rabbit ears on my television. The guys bought into the Olympics theme as the skate-ups had a higher degree of difficulty. We had tributes, new school looks, and some old school bullets. Matavita had some good hockey hair, but a dirty windshield. Don't blame me, blame this guy. If anyone in the world is looking for a great name for your band, may we suggest Clorox and Caterpillars. The hockey hair video is sponsored by Gertrude.
Hi, Abby. Are you out there, Abby? Good morning. Just about ready to get underway here shortly. We'll be wearing our red jerseys again. Seem to have brought us good luck so far. Warm-ups are underway. We will have Simon in net with Hudson, Keith, and Charlie starting up front. Cora and Miles back on D. Hudson on the draw. Puck is down. Tulsa Junior Oilers pick it up. They come in on sides at the line. Played along the near boards. Tripped up on the play. Cora goes down near the near boards. Played back behind our net by Hudson. He tries to flip it forward. Gets it to Keith. Comes back to Cora. Pushed to the front of the goal. Steered aside nicely by Simon. Picked up on the other side. They fire it right back over to this side. They fire towards the net. That pass is intercepted by Hudson. Cora takes a swipe at it. Tries to wipe it away. Doesn't quite get it out of the zone yet. Still in the defensive zone early in the first period. Broken up there nicely. Got to clear the zone. Hudson loses sight of the puck momentarily, but gets it back. Hudson played along the near boards. Comes in on sides at the line. Charlie streaking towards the net. Keith streaking towards the net. They tie it up out front. Cora keeps it in at the top of the circle. Pushed back down by Charlie. Charlie sticks tied up. Got it in his feet. Finds a way to get away with it. Comes all the way up and out of the zone. This will go down and be far enough for icing. So offensive zone faceoff coming up with 11:41 remaining in the first period. Couple fresh skaters out there for us. Atlas, Will, Chael, Alex and Henry back at D. Puck is down. Atlas on the draw. Tulsa pushes it to the near boards. Comes out through center. Played by Atlas. Alex, who tries to pop it up the boards. Comes right over to Will. Will tries to fire it forward. Still played out through neutral by Chael along the far boards. Puck is free along the far boards. Comes back out through neutral. Tulsa hustles after it. It's 2-on-0. Tulsa comes in, takes a shot. Stopped down there by Simon. Comes right out. Henry with a nice defensive play to sweep it away. Way to the far side. Chael hustles after it. They fired on net. Simon saw it all the way. Nice save, Simon. Defensive zone faceoff upcoming with 11:01 remaining in the first period. It'll be Easton, Hale, Phipsy, Zane, and Paxton out there for the Bucs. Easton on the draw. Tulsa tries to pick it up at the top of the zone. They fire it back in. Hale gets it, pushes it to the near boards. Hale fires it up the wall, met right there by a Tulsa player. Comes right to Zane out front in the top of the slot. Zane with a nice move to make a clearing attempt, gets it out of the zone, gets it forward to Paxton, just out of his reach for a possible breakaway. Comes right back to Paxton, he picks it up, goes back to Zane at the top of the circle. Zane with it, Easton with it, Hale with it, and we score! Scoring for Des Moines, number 91, Cale Sherwood. .10:23 to go in the first. Easton on the draw. One back there to Zane. He flips it up the far boards, gets it to Paxton. Paxton pushes it up, in on sides up line. Paxton with a nice head of steam. Tries to center it, it's deflected there, comes right over to Phipsy at the top of the circle. Phipsy fires it back in. Hale down below the goal line, pushes it around. Tulsa player goes down. They push it to the near boards. Up the near wall. Easton with a nice play to pick it off. Fires it on the net, goes just high and wide of the net. Played back behind the net by Cale. He fires it towards the net. Easton hustles over towards it. Easton with it at the top of the near circle. Comes right up to Cale. Still loose, and he scores! Scoring for Des Moines, his second of the game, Cale Sherwood. Good start here for the Junior Bucs this morning. 9:37 to go in the first period. Tulsa players slow to get up. Coach goes out to take a look at them. Bucs players take a knee out through neutral. Players seem to be up and skating off under their own power. We'll have a face-off at center here. Hudson on the draw. It'll be Keith on the left wing, Charlie on the right wing, Miles and Cora back at D. Puck is down, scramble there. Tulsa picks it up through neutral. They get it over the red line. They fire it in. They're on sides at the line. Try to get it towards the net. Goes wide of the goal. Simon watches it go by nicely. Miles wiped out on the play. Gets back up. Pops over. It's Tulsa's stick. Comes out through neutral. They got to regroup. Oh, Hudson nearly had him with the breakaway. Charlie's got it now. Charlie flips it in to the far corner. Tulsa picks it up behind their net. Skates it out through the top of the slot. Intercepted momentarily. Tulsa gets it back. They flip it all the way up and out of the zone, but this will be icing. Hudson on the draw with Keith and Charlie. Face-off's down, pushed into the far corner. Tulsa picks it up first. Miles makes a step up, but he overplayed the puck a little bit. Comes back to neutral. Cora with a nice stick move to wipe it away. Comes back in the top of the zone. Back out through neutral. Tulsa's got a retouch. They fire it back in. Miles knocks it down right in the top of his pants. Simon saw it all the way. Nice stop there, Simon. Defensive zone faceoff upcoming with 8:22 left in this first period. Atlas on the draw with Chael and Will. Puck is down. Cleared forward by Chael. Gets it up to the top of the zone. Pops forward. Back through neutral. Atlas had it momentarily. Scramble forward in the neutral zone under a Tulsa player. It comes free. Henry steps up, fires it forward, goes off of Will into the near wall. Henry pushes it back forward. Intercepted there. Picked up by Tulsa. They get it back forward. Played along the near boards. They fire it back in. It'll go all the way down, but this won't be icing. I believe it went off of Alex's stick. Played along to the far wall. Chael hustles towards it. Atlas there to support. Atlas still with it. Clears the zone. Atlas, Will with it. He's got Chael breaking towards the net. Chael with it. Gets it back to Will. Sends it in, but it's deflected. Comes right back out. It's still loose. Tulsa tries to fire it up the near boards. Alex is there to push it back. No, it pops over his stick that comes out through neutral. Two Tulsa players go after him. Atlas with a nice defensive move to pick their pocket, but they get it right back. Goes back in, top of the slot. Still free. Slides in on Simon. Goes wide of the net. It's on the outside of the net. Picked up behind the net by Henry. Goes over to Chael. Chael pops it up the wall. Gets it to Atlas. It's still wobbling towards the top of the zone. Goes back in deep. Henry fires it all the way around. Comes over. Alex there to support. Tulsa picks it back up. Goes to the side of the net, and Simon smothers the save. .6:43 remaining in the first period. Easton on the draw. Easton picks it up, skates it out of the zone, comes through neutral, over the blue line, onsides at the line. Easton down the far wall, takes a shot, goes high and wide just over the net. Played back up to the point by Phipps. He fires it back in deep. Chased down there by Easton. Hale picks it up along the far boards. Comes right to Paxton. It's right out front, but he can't quite get the shot away. Goes into the far corner. Easton with it. Plays it back out, just tries to center it. Comes all the way down. Phipps, he whacks it back in to keep it in the zone. Easton with it, gets it over to Paxton. Paxton makes a nice move to get it around, takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Chased down there again by Kale. Comes up to Phipsy at the point. He gets it over to Zane. Zane with it. Zane takes a shot from the point. Sticked away by the goalie. Picked up by Paxton. Easton takes a shot and he scores! Scoring for Des Moines, number 54, Easton Hoff. Hudson on the draw. Puck is down. Flip forward by Charlie. Tulsa picks it up. Skates it through center. Charlie hustles in. Hudson streaking towards the net to support. Miles chases it down. Goes to the far wall. Charlie with a nice move to lift the stick. Flips it out of the zone. Hudson chases after it. Not going to be far enough for icing. We're in onside at the line. They chase it down into the near corner. Flip towards the net. Saved down there by the Tulsa goalie. I think the player for Tulsa was trying to fire it behind the net, but it actually went right on net and the goalie made the save. 5:05 remaining in the first period. Hudson on the draw. Hudson wins it. Keith picks it up behind the net, tries to fire it towards there. Comes to the near boards. Cora gets it from the point. Cora takes a shot. Gets deflected into the far corner. Hudson tries to clear it back deep. Fired all the way around. Comes right to Charlie at the side of the net. Charlie tries to flip it forward. Charlie gets it up to the point for Cora. Cora with it. Top of the circle. Cora takes a shot. Tip goes behind the net. Hudson with it. Goes off the goalie. It's still loose out front. Charlie tries to corral it. Gets it back up to Cora. I think it might be intercepted there. Yes, intercepted momentarily, but Keith gets it back. Keith with it. Fires it behind the net. Hudson chases it down. Comes right back around. Tulsa gets it. Keith with a nice stick play. Nice job, Keith. Way to keep it in the zone. Charlie's there to support. Goes back down in the near corner. Also tries to fire it up the boards. Still not out. Hudson with it. Hudson still with it. Gets it up to Cora at the point. Cora takes a shot. It goes just wide of the net. Hudson ducked on it so he didn't get hit by the puck. Nice offensive zone pressure here. Down to 3:32 left in this fast-moving first period. Cora with another shot. And she finds the back of the net! Scoring for Des Moines, number 88, Cora Snyder. .325 left in this first period. Atlas on the draw upcoming. Tulsa gets it in, chased down there by Alex. Tulsa fires it around to the near wall. He pinches in, goes into the near corner. Back up to the point. They try to get it in. Pushed back to the wall by Chael. Gets it over to Will. Pick it back up there, Tulsa. They come to the top of the slot. Henry with a nice defensive move to clear it out from a potential scoring opportunity. Tulsa comes right back with it. Goes high and wide over the net. Caught up behind the net. Chael with it. Chael tries to backhand it forward. He does. Gets it up to Atlas. Atlas has Will streaking. Atlas gets it to Will. They're on sides at the line. Goes into the near wall. Centered out there again by Will. Tries to get it to Atlas, but he's tied up. Comes it back to Alex up at the top of the point. Henry pinches in. Goes all the way up and out. Alex has got to hustle down. Alex hustles. No ice on the play. Tulsa picks it up. They fired on net. Goes wide in the net. Picked up there again by Tulsa. Henry chases it down. flips it up the boards, comes out of the zone, played back through neutral. Tulsa goes D to D. Intercepted nicely there by Chael. Chael has Will breaking towards the net. Chael takes a shot. He's wiped out on the play. He gets back up. 1:43 remaining in the first period. Oilers clear the zone. Comes back in. They're on sides at the line. Met right there by Alex. Will there to support. Tries to flip it out of the zone. Tulsa maintains possession. They keep it in. Goes to the far wall. They push it back in deep. Goes behind the net. Alex with it. Alex flips it forward to Will. Will, a little too far for Will to corral it, so it goes right back in deep. Alex chases it down. Nice stick play by Henry to break it up. Comes back up the near boards. Tied up along the near boards. Atlas comes away with it. Gets it out of the zone. Skates through center. 54 seconds left in this first period. Atlas still with it. He's got Will streaking towards the net. It's right there. It's loose. Oh, and it goes just wide outside of the net. Grade A scoring chance. Comes all the way up. This comes out of the zone. Played through neutral. Tulsa with a nice head of speed. Tulsa players got good speed. Simon there to make the save. Goes wide of the net. Played back behind the net. Comes up to the point. 23 seconds left in the first period. Tulsa with it. They try to center. Goes right through the slot. Comes back up to the point. Sticks in lanes. Blocks the shot. Simon gets it to the corner. Nice stick move, Simon. Comes to Will. Top of the zone. Comes free to Atlas. He skates it out through neutral. Atlas with it. 4 seconds. 3, 1, 0. That's the end of the first period. Yeah, we'll be all right with that. Just about ready to get underway for the second period. Switch ends. It'll be Easton, Kale, and Paxton at forwards. Zane and Zipsy back on D. Not too many players out there. Drop the puck. Tulsa player heads off, so they don't have too many men on the ice. Referee waits, blows his whistle. Easton on the draw. Puck is down. Controlled there by Kale. He fires it forward. Goes into the far corner. Chased down there by Tulsa. Comes right up to Kale. Had it got caught up in his skates. Couldn't maintain possession. Comes all the way back down. Zane with it. Zane hustles down into the far corner. Plays it. Oh, puts the brakes on. Momentarily loses possession. But they try to get it up to the point. Goes all the way forward. Paxton hustles after it. Goes to the far side. Kale pushes it forward. Paxton's got to wait, so he's onside at the line. He chases it down into the far corner. Comes to Kale. Kale tries to fire it. Gets caught up. Loose rebound out front. It's still loose. Still loose. And they blow the whistle. And I think we'll have a couple penalties upcoming. 5-on-5 coincidental minors. Keith hops out there to support along the far wall. Puck is down. Zane gets it at the top of the point. Sent right on the goal, and he makes the save. Face off in the near circle. Easton on it. Comes back to Zane at the point. Zane gets it over to 50. Intercepted, picked up there by the Junior Oilers. Breakaway for the Junior Oilers. They go side of the net, and it's saved down there by Simon. The ref blows the whistle. Stay out of the garbage there, boys and girls. Defensive zone face-off upcoming. Hudson, Keith, Charlie, Cora, and Miles back at D. Hudson on the draw. Tulsa gets it. They send it right to the net. Simon sticks it away to the behind the net. Cora picks it up, fires it up the far wall. Goes all the way over to the far point. Comes right back through the top of the slot. Goes into the near corner. Cora with it. Couldn't quite clear it. Goes off of Charlie. Picked up there by the Junior Oilers. Simon with it again. It's loose. Comes back to the far point. Pressured there by Keith. Fired back out almost by Cora. Gets caught up in the Junior Oilers gear. They still maintain possession. Simon with a nice save. Hudson on the draw again. Face off in that far circle. Comes to Charlie. Tries to flip it out the zone. Comes right to the point of a Junior Oilers player. Ooh, shot on goal. Sticked away there by Simon. I think it deflected off of him. It's loose out front again. It's still loose. Simon covers it nicely. 10:59 remaining in the second period. Hudson on the draw again. Played along the far boards by Hudson and Keith. Tulsa sends it towards the net, goes wide, goes into the near corner. Chase down there. Miles out on the far wall. They send it back towards the net, goes high and over the net. Whoop, Tulsa player wiped out on the far side. Comes back forward. Keith with it. Keith has Hudson. It's Keith and Hudson. Keith goes to the left side. Oh, just fans on the shot. Can't quite get it towards the net. He plays it behind the net. Tries to get it to Charlie. Comes right to Cora up at the point. Cora with it. Comes right on net. Oh, deflected. Goes behind the net again. Hudson and Charlie chase it down. Miles pinches in. Miles sends it towards the net. They try to clear it out. Cora with it still. Cora sends it towards the net. Knocked down there by Charlie. It's free. It's loose. Oh, and Hudson can't quite get the shot away to get much on it. Keith tumbles down in the corner. It's all three of our forwards in that far corner. Hudson comes away with it. Hudson tries to get it up to Cora, but it's too far and out of her reach. They skate through center. Tulsa hustles after it. Comes back to Miles through neutral. Played along the near board. Someone closed the door. Hudson with it. Turned over there. Cora with a nice defensive play. Keith comes away with it. They still maintain possession. 9:14 remaining in the second period. Comes up the far point. Hudson with it. Hudson gets it out. Comes along the near boards. He's wiped out on the play. Tulsa player wiped out on the play. They both get up. Tulsa corrals it back in their own end. Long stretch pass, but it's too far, and that will be icing. That will also negate the coincidental minors. So Kale comes out of the box. Tulsa player comes out of the box. But Hudson is going to be called for a penalty, so he'll sit for a minute 30. No. Okay, we're back. Some confusion on where they thought the face-off should be. The referee made the determination it should have been that it was in the offensive zone for us. Tulsa parents, none too happy. Defensive zone face-off upcoming. 1:18 remaining on the minor to Hudson. 8:39 remaining in the second period. Atlas on the draw. Tulsa wins it. They get it to the point. Block down there. Goes behind the net. Picked up by Henry. Henry tries to fire it up the wall. Sent back towards the net. Henry takes a whack at it. Still trying to clear it. Shale pops it up the wall. Then it scoots through neutral. Comes back out. Played back into their own end by Tulsa. They try to regroup. Atlas tried to pick their pocket. Couldn't quite intercept it. It's 3-on-1 at the line. Tulsa comes in. They take a shot and they score. Nice shot by them. Face off at center. Upcoming. Zane and Fipsy out there at D. Atlas. And Shale with Will on the other point. Tulsa wins the draw. They flip it in. Played along the near boards. Shale there to support. Comes over to the near side. A lot of players gathered up along the near boards. Zane flips it out of the zone, goes to the far side. Picked up there by Will. He's got Shale with him. Will with it. Nice stick play there by Tulsa. Pushing it into the far corner. Tulsa comes away with it. Fipsy tries to get his stick in there, but doesn't quite get the puck away. Comes right in on Simon. Saw it all the way. Defensive zone face-up upcoming with 7:07 remaining in the second period. Easton on the draw. Scramble there for it. Cora tries to clear it. They send it right back towards the net. Someone lost their stick. It's the player for Tulsa. Comes up to the near point. Tulsa with it. Paxton with a nice move to break it. Or lock him up for just a second. Got it out of the zone. Comes back in. Easton hustles towards it. Tulsa fires it back up the far wall. Kale takes a whack at it, but can't get possession of it. Cora fires it back up through neutral. But they're in on sides at the line. That'll be offsides. Cora takes a tumble. Gets back up. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. Easton on the neutral zone faceoff upcoming. 6:32 left in the second period. Easton gets it, flips it forward. Easton fires it all the way down, gets his own. Picked it up by Kale, excuse me. It's still loose. It's free out front. Caught up in the crease. Still free. Junior Oilers come away with it. Played into the near boards. That right there by Miles. He tries to fire it back towards the net. That right there by Easton. Gets it over to Kale, and they made the save. 6:04 remaining in the second period. Hudson on the draw with Keith and Charlie on the wings. Alex and Henry back at D. Puck is down. Hudson on the draw. Gets it to Keith, but we can't maintain possession. It's offsides at the line. Neutral zone faceoff upcoming. Neutral zone faceoff on this side. Hudson on the draw. Push forward. Picked up by Tulsa. Charlie takes a whack at it. Tried to free the puck. Tulsa player puts the brakes on. That right there by Charlie. Tries to fire it back in. Comes right back along the far boards. Tulsa tries to fire it back forward. Comes right to Alex. Tulsa breaking, but the puck's going to go into the near corner. They center it. Comes out free. Henry knocked down on the play. No penalty call upcoming. Oh, they do have it. It delayed penalty upcoming on the Junior Oilers for interference or maybe a cross check. Charlie with it. Charlie skates down the far wall. Tries to center it for Keith, and it's touched up there by the Junior Oilers player. I think they're going to get him for a Junior Oilers will go on the penalty kill. Junior Bucs will go on the power play for 1:30. I believe it was for a check. Could have been interference or cross check too. Charlie hustles off. Face off there, taken by Atlas. He fires it towards the net. Oh, just goes wide of Will's stick. Might have had a nice tip in the backhand there. Comes up the near board. Zane at the point. Tulsa intercepts. Gets it back. Fipsy chases it down. Tulsa player with a nice head of speed. Tulsa still comes in. They fire it towards the net. Glove save there by Simon. Simon saw it all the way. Okay, defensive zone face-off upcoming on the power play. 4:55 left in the second period. 1:11 left on the power play. Atlas on the draw. Wins it over to Chale. Chale tries to push it forward, goes into the far wall, gets it over to Fipsy. They pick it back up at the point. Zane hustles behind the net, pops it forward, gets it to Chale. Not out of the zone yet. Now it is. Atlas with it. Atlas breaking free. He's stripped up on the play. No penalty call upcoming. Centered it. Intercepted, picked up there. It's loose out front. Atlas takes a shot. Oh, just goes wide of the net. Fipsy tries to center it. Caught up at the top of the circles. Doesn't stay in. Comes back through neutral. Zane with a nice stick move. Fipsy hustles after it. 21 seconds left on the power play. Atlas on with the puck. Tries to get a shot away. Broken up. Chale takes a shot. Stopped there by the goalie. 9 seconds left in the second, or the penalty to the Tulsa Junior Oilers. Fresh set of skaters out there. It's Easton, Kale, and Paxton with Miles and Cora back at D. Easton on the draw. Tulsa gets it. They skate it out of the zone. Power play's just about over. Players in all alone. Short-handed. Simon with the save. Penalty has expired. Back to 5-on-5. 3:40 remaining. Easton on the defensive zone face-off upcoming. Way back down the far wall. Near wall, excuse me. A little bit of contact. Oh, they centered him and it goes in. They just tried to center it towards the net and it went right in the far side of the net. They're still okay. It's 4-2. It's 3:32 left in the second period. Hale flips it forward, picked up by the D for Junior Oilers. They flip it back through neutral. Played along the far wall. Tulsa hustles after it. Miles with a nice stick play there to break it up. Picked up at the point. Player comes away free. Met right there by Cora and Simon. Simon with the glove save. Hudson on the draw. Scramble for it. Flipped out of the zone. Goes all the way down, but icing will be waved off. Picked up by the Junior Oilers. They fan on it, trying to clear it. It's loose out front. Keith hustles towards it. Still can't clear it. Charlie picks it up along the near boards. Charlie skates it in. Takes a shot. Ooh, glove down there by the goalie. Good offensive zone pressure. Keep it up there, boys and girls. Hudson on the draw. 2:38 remaining in the second period. Puck is down. Scramble forward on the near side. Tulsa comes away with it. Hudson chases after it. Played through neutral. Tulsa comes away with it. Pushed it into the far side. They try to center it. Goes all the way to the near boards. They try to center it again. It's loose out front. Corralled there by Alex. He's taken down on the play. No penalty upcoming. Try to center it again. They fire it up the far wall or the near boards. Charlie tries to clear the zone, but we can't quite clear it yet. Comes Frida. Henry. Henry with a nice head of speed. He's got Hudson breaking towards the net. Henry comes up the near boards. Henry tries to flip it forward. It's just too far to try to corral it for anyone out front. Goes behind the net, picked up on the far wall. Henry still with it. Charlie up there playing D for a second. He's wiped out on the play, but pushes it back deep. Gets back up. Keith chases it down, goes to the far wall. Alex there to support. Still in the zone. Comes right back in. Hudson takes a shot. Doesn't get much on it. Goes into the near wall. Keith wiped out on the play. He gets back up. Puck is still free. 1:07 remaining in the second period. Tulsa comes back. Tulsa with it. Make a nice move. Henry with a nice stick play to push it into the near corner. Hudson with it. Hudson clears the zone. He's got Charlie. Charlie, stay on sides. Hudson with it. Hudson with a nice move. Oh, but doesn't get much on the shot. Gets a rebound. Tries to backhand it. Still can't get the shot away. Hudson tries to center. Comes all the way up to the top of the zone. Alex with a nice play to put it back in deep. He chases it down. Comes right to Charlie. Charlie fires it. Goes up and high wide. 25 seconds left. Hudson with it. Hudson's knocked off the puck. He chases it down. Alex picks it up. Plays out through neutral. Can't touch it. We didn't touch it. 14 seconds left in the second period. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. .8 left. Played out there through center. Picked up by Atlas. Makes a nice move. He's got Chael breaking towards the net. Tries to get it to him. Nice stick play there by the Junior Oilers. Comes right to Atlas again. And the horn will sound. That'll be the end of the second period. Third period upcoming. Third period upcoming. 13 minutes on the clock. Atlas on the draw with Will and Chael on the wings. Zane and Fipsy back at D. Puck is down. Got to get back on sides. Chael hustle to get back. Comes back into the defensive zone. Zane skates it up the far boards. Zane with a nice head of speed. Zane circles around the outside, takes a shot. It's free out front. Comes all the way to the far side. Fipsy has to hustle down. Fipsy hustles towards it. Comes back in. Tulsa still with it. Chael hustles towards it. Picked up along the near boards. Tulsa with it. They try to center. But the puck was saved down there by Simon. Defensive zone faceoff. Atlas on the draw. Tulsa picks it up. Comes back up to the point. Chael hustles over to try to break it up. He breaks it up momentarily, gets it over to Will. Will with it. Skates it down the far wall. Got the puck taken away there. Pushed back down deep in there by Chael. Comes over to the near side. Atlas chases it down. Atlas with it. Gets it to Fipsy. Fipsy flips it forward. Tulsa intercepts. They skate it out of the zone. Atlas with a nice back check to break up the play. Tulsa comes away with it. Tulsa skates it in at the line. Simon saw it for a minute and he was screamed and they scored. Face-off at center, taken by Easton. He wins the draw, comes away with it. Easton with it. Easton still with it. Easton makes a nice move to the puck. It's free out front, and they sweep it away into the near side. Cora pinches in. She's wiped out on the play. Miles pinches in. He's wiped out on the play. Paxton hustles back after. Miles with a nice back check to break up the potential scoring play. They fire it towards the net. It goes behind the net. Paxton hustles towards it. They pushed it up the far wall. Comes out of the zone. Hopped over the defender's stick. They play it back out through neutral. Played back in. They're on sides at the line. Simon saw the puck. It goes off his glove into the far corner. Pop free to Hudson, or Easton, excuse me. Easton gets it to Kale. Kale with it. Kale takes a shot. It's deflected. Goes wide of the net. Tulsa hustles after it behind their own net. Tulsa skates it down. They don't clear the zone. Kale waits momentarily. Tries to fire it towards him, but it's too far. It goes behind the net all the way down. But this won't be icing. Miles picks it up. Miles tries to fire it forward. Comes out to the top of the circle. Easton with it. Puck is free. Played out through neutral. Still free. Tulsa corrals it. Tulsa gets it in. They take the shot. Goes wide of the net. Behind the net. Paxton hustles after it. He fires it up the far wall. Pops free to Easton. Easton with the head of steam. Easton's whacked on the play. He takes the shot. Oh, pad save there by the goalie. Pushed into the far corner. Kale supports. Tries to flip it back to Easton. Easton takes the shot and he scores! It went up and over the defender's stick and he scored. Scoring for Des Moines, number 54, Easton off. Easton took the shot. It was deflected, went up and over the defender's stick and went in. Hudson on the draw. One push there forward momentarily. Charlie was chasing it down, came back free, played out through neutral. Keith ties up his player. That's nice defensive play there. Pushed into the far corner. Charlie hustles after. Tries to flip it up the wall. Springs free, comes out of the zone. Keith with it. Comes back to Charlie momentarily. No, that's Henry. Henry rims it all the way around the back of the net. Alex with it, flips it up the far board, or the near boards. Keith there to support. Can't quite clear the zone yet. Comes to the top of the zone. Comes to Charlie. He fans on it. Charlie and Henry got their signals crossed. I think they thought each other was going for it. Nobody went for it. Charlie chases it down. Charlie wiped out on the play. Hudson chased down or wiped out on the play. Henry was wiped out. They both get up. Tulsa takes a shot. Nice stick save there, or skate save there by Hudson. Puck is still free. Puck is still free. Tulsa takes a shot. It's still free. They get the rebound. They don't get much on the shot. Goes into the far wall. Pushed back forward by Henry. Keith comes away with it. Keith skates through center. Keith, but they're offsides at the line. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. Just barely offsides, but it was. 7:58 remaining in the game. Puck is down, played by Tulsa. Get into the zone. Go get the puck there, players. Let's go. Zane picks it up. Tries to backhand it out of the zone. Doesn't get much on it. Goes behind the net. Comes back out. Top of the circle. Tulsa takes a shot. Goes wide of the net. They try to center it. Goes back into the far corner. Another Tulsa player picks it up. Shale tried to make a play. He wiped out on the play. Gets back up. Zane with a nice clearing shot. I think this is going to have enough for icing, unfortunately. No, it does. Just barely. 7:08 remaining. Hang tough there, Junior Bucs. We got this. Atlas on the draw. Comes back up to the far point. Tulsa fires it towards the net. Goes into the near corner. Net right there by Phipsy. Puck comes free right to the top of the circle. Right from the point. And fired on net. Deflected into the corner. Picked up by Zane. Tries to get it to Atlas. Atlas gets it. Atlas clears the zone. Atlas skates down the far side. Now breaks towards the middle. They break it up nicely. Tulsa picks it back up. Atlas picks their pocket. Gets it right back. Atlas with a nice head of steam again. Coming through the neutral zone, but he lost possession of the puck. And it'll be offsides. 6:25 remaining in the game. It'll be Easton, Hale, Paxton. Hale comes away with it. Hale with it. Takes a shot. Bar down, and he scores for the hat trick. Number 91, Cale Sherwood with an absolute rocket bar down. With 6:18 remaining in the game. Score now reads your Junior Bucs 6, Tulsa Junior Oilers 3. Face-off is down. Easton comes away with it. Easton with it. Takes a shot. Goes high over the net. Hale hustles towards it. Two Tulsa players go after it. Hale, stay out of the garbage, buddy. No need to retaliate. Picked up in the far corner. Picked up. Tulsa picks it up. Overskate the puck. They try to clear the zone. Easton with a nice stick move to intercept. Comes back free to Miles. Pushes it back in. Comes right back to Easton. Easton with it. Tries to fire it towards the net. That's deflected behind the net. Tulsa tries to fire it up the far wall, or the near wall. Hops over Cora's stick and they clear it. Miles with it. Fires it back forward. Onsides at the line. We come right back in. It's 2-on-1. It's Easton and Cale. Fired it just wide of the net. Comes up the near boards. Still in the zone onsides. Cale skates it in. Comes back to Cora. Cora with it. Cora fires it towards the net. Goes wide of the goal. 5:14 remaining. Cale tries to center. Deflected there. Comes up the near boards. Tulsa with it. That right there by Easton. Tulsa plays it back in their own end. They fire it forward. Miles chases it down. Gets it up to Paxton. A little too far for Paxton to reach it. Goes all the way up to Easton. Easton tripped up on the play. Paxton takes the shot. Goes wide in the net. Cale hustles it down. Comes back up to the near point. Goes all the way down. In on Simon. Shot went in. No, it did not. Saved down there by Simon. There was some extracurriculars behind the play that I didn't see. Tulsa parents wanted a penalty. We're down to 4:19 remaining in the game. Henry tries to clear the zone. Played back down by Tulsa. They try to center it. Went off of Charlie's skate. Played back behind the net by Henry. He fires it up the far or the near wall. Keith there to try to pick their pocket. Keith gets it back. He's got Hudson breaking forward. Keith with it. Hudson's got to hold up momentarily. Keith with the puck gets it over to Hudson. Oh, and it's just too far out of his reach for him to make a nice scoring play. Still in the offensive zone. We're down to 3:45 left. Tulsa clears the zone. Alex stays back. Alex tries to flip it back through neutral. He does. Henry with a nice back check. Comes up to Charlie at the point. He just flips it forward. Comes back through neutral. They got to clear the zone. They don't in time. And that'll be offsides. .327 left. Hudson on the draw. It's over to Charlie. Charlie tries to push it up the far boards. But it's offsides at the line. So we will do it again. Puck is down. Tulsa picks it up. They skate it in. They're on sides at the line. Net right there by Fipsy and Zane. Comes back out of the zone, so they got to clear. They don't in time. It'll be offsides again. Neutral zone face-up upcoming with 3:07 remaining in the game. Puck picked up by Keith. Keith skates it forward, loses possession of the puck. Charlie there to support. Comes back to Fipsy at the line. Turnover picked up by Tulsa. Charlie with a nice stick move to try to lift it, but Tulsa comes away with it. Tulsa comes back. One-on-one against Zane and the goalie. They take the shot. Fire right in the midsection of Simon. He saves it. Nice save, Simon. 2:40 remaining in the game. Puck is down. Shale tried to clear it, doesn't get it out of the zone. Puck is freed. Atlas clears it all the way down, but this might be on goal. It will be, so the goalie has to play it, and he covers it. Offensive zone face-off. Will with it from the circle. Tries to fire it. It's deflected down there. Comes back out through neutral. Miles with it. Miles pushes it back forward to Atlas. Atlas and Will with Chael breaking down the far side. Atlas with a nice play. Comes away with it. Bad save there by the goalies. 2:02 remaining in the game. Comes back free through neutral. Tulsa player picks it up. Loses possession of the puck. Will and a Tulsa player along with Cora. Goes into the near side. Left the player all alone out front, but they couldn't get a shot away. Picked up by Chael. Still can't clear the zone. Still can't. Now we finally clear the zone, but it's offsides. Now it's offsides. It was offsides. Okay, never mind. Guess they're letting him go now. Comes to the near side. Tulsa skates it in. Cora meets him right there. Save made by Simon. They fired it towards the net. It was a bit of a fluttering shot, and Simon made the save. 1:09 remaining in the game. Easton on the draw. Try to flip it back in. Paxton there to support. Easton there to support. Hale there to support. Hale with it. Centers it over to Easton. A little too far for him to reach it. 52 seconds left in the game. Goes back in. Picked up by Alex. Alex defensive zone. Pushes back up out through neutral. Oh, it goes right to Paxton. Can't come away with it. Hale comes in with a head of speed. Takes a shot. Backhand. Goes wide of the net. 36 seconds left. Hale with it. Fires it back towards the net. It's loose. Oh, Paxton on the back door. Paxton tries to center it. Comes back over to the near side. We're down at 16 seconds left. Paxton still left all alone on the doorstep. And they clear the zone. 10 seconds left. Henry's wiped out on the play. He gets back up. Tulsa takes the shot. Pad saved by Simon. 2 seconds. And that'll do it. Final score. Your Des Moines Jr Buccaneers 6. Tulsa Junior Oilers 3. Appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back at 11:30 for our final game. I don't know who we play. Maybe we play the same team, but we'll find out shortly.